It's 11 o'clock and I want to start because I've got quite a bit to say today. Okay. Now, it's Motivational Monday and we're doing a series, uh, the new series on words. And I want to say, morning Hawk saying morning, Jeff, I want to say that you're here because you want to change for the better. And you know that it starts with what you think about. Dr. Joe Dispenza says that thoughts lead to choices, which then lead to actions or behaviors, which create experiences, which produce emotions, which affect our thoughts. He says a person has 60,000 to 70,000 thoughts in a day, and 90% of the thoughts are the same thoughts as the day before. Same thoughts always lead to the same choices always lead to the same behaviors create the same experiences, and the same experiences produce the same emotions, which then lead you to think the same thing. So we want to meditate on new words in order to have new thoughts. And we are studying the book Aspire, Discovering Your Purpose Through the Power of Words by Kevin Hall. This book contains 11 words, and Kevin Hall shows how these words will become uh, important points in your personal development and in business, and how you can use these words as building blocks for success and your own personal inner peace. Okay. So today's word is Namaste. Okay, Namaste. Namaste is a conventional Hindu expression on meeting or parting, used by the speaker, usually while holding the palms together with the fingers touching vertically in front of the bosom and actually touching your chest. Okay. This sacred greeting translates as I salute the divine within you. I salute your God-given gifts. I salute the divine within you. I salute your God-given gifts. It is appropriate that a greeting that shows such respect has a unique and reverential way of being expressed, which is why we do it this way. Okay, bowing down slightly. Now, Namaste is a combination of two words, namas and te. Namas means to bow, te means you. Okay, this is the most common explanation. So it means I bow before you. And I bow before you because of your good qualities. Now, God made everyone with some unique qualities, and that is why we do Namaste to everybody. God-given qualities. The divine in me bows down to the divine in you is the meaning that's most popular. Let's pause here for the Christians. Okay, does this conflict with the Christians' call to worship only God? Way back in the first book of the Bible, Genesis 1, chapter 1, verse 27 says, God created man in his own image. So this scriptural passage says that humans are made in the image of God in their moral, spiritual, and intellectual nature. Then in the New Testament, in 1 Corinthians 3, chapter 3, verse 16, it says, don't you know that you yourselves are God's temple and that God's Spirit dwells in your midst? So to me, Namaste is acknowledging that I'm God's wonderful and priceless creation and that He dwells in me. A simple internet search provides many other beautiful meanings and translations of Namaste, and I want to share just a few of them with you, okay? Such as, my soul recognizes your soul. We are the same, we are one. I honor the place in you that is the same as it is in me. I want to share, as I thought about this, I want to share three aspects to consider in this word Namaste. First is oneness, okay? Then wholeness and uniqueness. Let's talk about oneness. Namaste represents the idea that all are one. It affirms that beneath the outer trappings that make you appear different from other people, you're actually made of the same stuff. You are more same than you are different. So a namaste between, let's say, two yogis is a pact that they make to honor the highest, truest, most authentic parts of themselves, and that their limitations fall away. So they focus on the good parts about them that they have in common. Okay, so that's oneness. Secondly, wholeness. Ask yourself the questions. What would life be like if you saw others as perfectly whole? What would life be like if you saw others as perfectly whole? And what if you saw yourself this way? Third thing, third aspect, uniqueness. And here I wish to quote at length from P. Michael Biggs in his blog. Okay, so now Michael Biggs looks specifically at the book Aspire. He has some very, very good thoughts on this aspect of uniqueness. He says, "You are an unrepeatable miracle." Thus says Kevin Hall in this chapter from Aspire. Your fingerprint and your footprint are unique to you alone. Your eye can be used for identification because of the unique patterns found inside. Even your voice vibrates at a frequency unmatched by any other on earth. You are unique. You are special. You have a touch of divinity flowing within you. That, my friend, is Namaste. So since all of us have this uniqueness, this structure unlike any other on the face of this earth, then what for are we created? What indeed? There is greatness in each of us. Greatness in you, greatness in me. If you've read Kevin's book, then you know all about Arthur, Kevin's linguistic mentor. Arthur points out that Namaste sounds like it comes from the roots of our English word enthusiasm. Enthusiasm means God's within or God's gift within. Did you know that? Enthusiasm means God within or God's gift within. The word enthusiasm then led Arthur to the word authentic, which comes from two words. Autos, meaning self, and hentes, meaning being. So authentic means being yourself. How about that? So we are to be in pursuit of our real self, our authentic nature and gifts. We are to become a genius, which is nothing more than being genuine. So genuine comes from genius. Genuine. What does genuine mean? It means the real deal, the true blue, unmistakable, unbending example of all we were made to be. And how do we come to this place in our lives? We recognize ourselves, the word recognize. So Arthur, the etymologist, breaks down the word recognize as follows. R-E is again, and cognize is a derivative of cognizant, which means to know. So recognize means to know again. Recognizing your natural gifts is like meeting an old friend. We come face to face with ourselves, our giftedness, our inherent nature, and we recognize that spark of divinity. And the next step is the most critical step of our lives. We have to embrace what we recognize. We have to embrace us. That spark of divinity, of creativity is already there. Now that we see it, recognize it for what it is, embrace it, make it you. Claim your giftedness, your talents, your inner qualities, and begin the journey of a lifetime for the rest of your life. So P. Michael Biggs goes on to say that I have always known that I'm a people person, and I found jobs and career paths that enable me to use those people skills. I've expressed them through music, retail sales, and management. Always as a manager, I placed higher priority on the people under my care, more than on the financial bottom line. It was my passion to see each person grow and flourish as an individual first, and then the rest would fall into place. I still hold to that mindset. It's people who do our bidding when we are managers, and those are the thoughts that make my heart beat faster as a manager. And now I write and I speak. I'm still passionate about helping individuals become whatever it is they want to become. Now I use words of hope, encouragement, and inspiration. So what were you born to do? As you meditate on this question, what were you born to do? Okay. Use these as guideposts. When you're all alone and your mind runs free, what are your most dominant thoughts when you think about your life and career? Secondly, If you could do anything in the world and knew you would not fail, what would you do? So P. Michael Biggs goes on to say, I love what Kevin says at the end of his journal thoughts. This is what Kevin Hall says, I commit to stop doing what I'm good at and start doing what I am great at. I commit to stop doing what I'm good at and start doing what I'm great at. That is Namaste at its very essence. If you've ever received any written communication from Kevin, you instantly know he's famous for signing off with Namaste, my friend. He is saying, I salute the divine within you. I salute your God-given gifts. Go forth, my friend. Show the world what is fully inside of you. Strut your stuff. You are full of divinity. So as I share this, you will know that this is consistent with a lot of our teaching. We teach social media. When we talk about social media branding, what is it? The first step, your homework when you're branding is know what are your passions, know what are your gifts, know what are your strengths. This is what you want to leverage on. And most of you are now on scroll 4, of the book, The Greatest Salesman in the World. And if you are at sales 4 now, you will recognize these words which echo what I just shared on Namaste. Let me just repeat some apart from scroll 4. I am nature's greatest miracle. Since the beginning of time, never has there been another with my mind, my heart, my eyes, my ears, my hands, my hair, my mouth. None that came before, none that live today, and none that come tomorrow can walk and talk and move and think exactly like me. I am rare, and there is value in all rarity, therefore I am valuable. I am here for a purpose, and that purpose is to grow into a mountain, not to shrink to a grain of sand. That, my friends, is my sharing on Namaste, an amazing word. If you reflect on that word, the meaning of that word to people, and the meaning of the word most important to you, so that your mission can really be to empower people to improve their life, starting with your life.